5 minutes of the content. It's not a big deal. So the model I'm going to be using is this. God cannot save my soul. For me, I know it's what? I actually don't know. Multiverse Nexus. Sync. Death Wave, Golden Tower, and Black Hole activation. Cooldown become the average of those plus 20 seconds. This is gonna be the one with merchants. It's gonna be fantastic. And I never did it with another playthrough. Because the only playthrough that could do it is Crown. Wait a second, what? Black Hole, Death Wave. There's only Crown. Only Crown. Sword is missing a ultimate weapon. Shield is missing an ultimate weapon. But I could do that for Merchant over here. So there's a chance that it's super powerful. I'm gonna get it the first try, possibly not, of course, but hey. So yeah, so it could be interesting, but it can take some time. Now, there's nothing else to talk about. There's no tournament. I'm so sorry. Reason why? Super simple. Sword didn't work. And if one don't work, nobody works. Them be the rule. Them be the rule, guys. Okay, that's not what I want. That is what I want. Okay, developer announcement. Yesterday at 12, we had it. Like I said, we had one. Hello, Tower Defender. We are back. A quick update from coming your way shortly. We're rolling out the update now and plan to be fully rolled out by tomorrow. You aren't seeing the game auto updates. I am looking at you. iOS, I'm looking at you. Recommend checking the game page in the store for the update, as the most reliable way to check for restarting the device is being sassy. Love that. We plan on implementing a tournaments version lock for Friday tournaments, and a game version lock on Sunday. This is dependent on iOS fully rolling out priors. This update addresses a few bug identified, as well as some improvements on existing gameplay feature on the fix for Amplify, but, okay. Improve that wave effect, wave interaction with Galaxy Compressor is equipped, what? Corrected boss reroll shard reward for tier 10 to 13. Add tier 22 to 24 to the stats and player profile screen. Fix an issue where the game could soft lock, model condition and module button were pressed simultaneously. Fix an issue where omniscient effects sometimes fail to trigger. Fix an issue where buy a card to unlock tier 2, okay. Due to Galaxy Compressor cooldown reduction, effect wave and damage wave failed to fire if existing Death Wave activation was in progress. This improvement makes Death Wave more consistent by always making the Death Wave fires to the intended number of the effect wave, ensuring no effect wave gets skipped. Good. I should. So nothing crazy, but hey, and yeah, that's it for us. That's it for us. Sadly, that's it for us. I wish I had more to say. I wish I had a lot more to say, but it's just complex right now. Like, for example, like everything was more easy because everything. You want me to be honest? Everything was more easy because by the time that I was finished. So technically speaking, so everything was so much nicer. Why? Because we started the playthrough on the 15th, and then on the 24th, I had to go to a party. And that party was music, I had to film it, but it wasn't that interesting. So I played a tower. So I played for 6 hours of tower straight. And I got so much out of it. So I have to do that. And the reality is I can do that every single day. The reality is if I work for 6 hours on a playthrough, I can't just be working on merchant. I have to be working on merchant, on everything, on crown, on shield, on... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 3, 6, 10. Okay. Sword, crown, renaissance, voiceless, VODs, Frenchie, speedster, everything, shield, merchant, and stuff. It's stuff. So I'm stuck overdoing things. For what reason? No reason. But hey, enough complaining. I don't want to be negative, so I'm going to end it here. I love you guys, and let's get this shit on the road. Way too many times to kill. Generous me. Limits. This will be the end of us. phone, pick up the phone. Disrespect you, sir. Up on the floor. Of the tears at my door. No judge, don't stop. No, nothing fell. Of us to jail. Each other to the tower. Another cover. Shoot your lips. To know somebody else. Doesn't know what he can stand. This will be the end of us. There's too many time to heal. I have loved you so much it hurts me, dear. This will be the end of us. Still to us born. To settle the date from my heart. Oh shit. Phone. Answer your phone. Pick up your phone. Dear, this will be the end of us. Tried way too many times to heal. Oh, so much it hurts me, dear. This will be the end of us. 24 gigs. 24 gigs. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Everything Wops are having a wonderful freaking day on this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous. Oh, I gotta check my batteries. My battery level is okay? I don't know. On this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, freaking 11th June 2026. And we're gonna consider it like the 10th because, you know, we're doing some stuff, right? Today, we're doing a movie review. So I'm actually super happy about that. Take out the music because I want to be focused as possible because we have, my friend, a shit ton of movies to do. We have an unbelievable amount of movies to do, right? Unbelievable amount. So we got what? We got The Underworld, we got 50-50, we got Made, we have, what else? We have, what else? I wish I remembered. Badland, Predator, Badland, we have... Predator, Badland. I feel like there's another one and I'm forgetting. This is why I don't work as a person. I don't work, mentally speaking, I don't work as a person. It doesn't work. Let's check it out. Let's check out if I can get it here. I can possibly get them here, and I think I'm using one account for everybody. And if I can, we're good. Wedding Singer! That was the one, too. So, you know what? Let's start with the Underworld series, because that's a big chunk of it. So, I'm going to be done, I'm going to be able to say, hey, I said it was a big chunk. So, we watched the Underworld series not too long ago, which was yesterday. And it's such a shame because I really wanted to like it, but I didn't. As a series itself, I don't think it's one of the greatest series ever, and it pained me to say because I wanted to like it so badly, and I know this could be construed as me forcing myself to like the series, but there's a reason for that. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the meat of the subject. Let's get to why I like it, what hooked me up. Oh. Oh. No. 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 Give me a sec, guys. Something bad happened. I don't understand. I charged everything. Everybody that 100%, when the phone died, we lost 2 hours of content. 2 hours and 48 content. No, we lost possibly we lost how much? I don't know. Fuck. Give me a sec, guys. This is bad. It's not a big deal because shit happened. It's a big deal because I could have made sure that didn't happen. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. Fuck. Okay, a little bit of AC. I deserve it. I did push the button at the last second, so closed. I don't know if it calculated it. Please work. Like I said, it's only an hour and a half. That I actually ahead of tonight. Don't like anything anymore. This will be the end of us. I have tried way too many times to see you. I have loved you so much it hurts me here. But please, the 3 gigs. Guys, I have a surprise. Okay, never mind. It broke. It broke. I don't know. I think. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're really good. I think we had a little issue, a little instance where I didn't have enough storage. I don't know. I don't know, guys. They get a little bit of time, but hey, because this is a problem. What are original? I bought like a kilo. Thinking I was gonna be able to eat that shit in one day. It's a lot of caramel. It's a good quality caramel too, but it's a lot of caramel. It's more than one man can handle. I'm just like that. What am I hoping? I'm hoping by a miracle that I didn't lose more than an hour. So what am I talking about that? Because, so I'm using the application. You see it says it's repairing? Oh. Guess what? I'm actually able to tell you exactly how much. If you're a bit smart. We lose it all. Fuck, dude. Yeah. 244. I lost everything. And it sucks because okay, 58. Fuck. That's a minute 44. An hour 44. And stuff. Zero. 30. That's an hour 45. And it's not a big deal, but it's just that I don't know how this happened. Look. This one's at 47. This one is at 67. This one at 64. 17, 43. 53, 41. How are you so low? Again, the mistake I did, I didn't check every single playthrough. Give me a sec, guys. I just need to chill. Okay. Okay, we're back. I'm not more calm, but there's nothing I can do, so I'm gonna have to handle that shit. Right? So, with the Underworld series, I wanted to like it so bad. I was so motivated to like it. I was so motivated to like it because they highly remind me of the Resident Evil movies. And although the Resident Evil movie I think are cringe, I think they're so bad they're good. I think they're so bad. So when Underworld happened, I was like, holy shit, dude. I'm kind of motivated for that, right? So I watched the first movie. So like I said, the story behind Underworld is so complex because I used to watch TV a lot, cable TV. And Underworld was a movie they kept on repeating. But the dumbasses were repeating the second movie, not the first one. So I was always aware of Underworld, but I was never aware of the story. So when I saw it on TV, I was like, you know what? This could be a good watch. I watched the first movie. I thought the first movie was great, right? Do you want me to talk about the story of the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth, sixth? Okay, the first story is basically a old school, like a society of vampire who's trying to protect themselves. There's a story between the vampire, the Lycan. They find Lycan. They find out that there's a coven of Lycan. They're going after this guy. They end up killing this guy. This guy happens to be a descendant of the original vampire and original werewolf because they're brothers. They were brothers, and he gets bitten. So the main character, which is Celine, falls in love with him and we're trying to protect him because he is able to become one of the strongest. Turns out that the person who raised Celine as a vampire betrayed her, was the one that killed her family, and she gets vengeance, and the one that takes vengeance is the hybrid. in the first movie. It was phenomenal. Second movie sucked. Second movie sucked. Second movie is, well, remember the two brothers, the vampire and the werewolf? Well, there's an hybrid who could be causing a case of danger for both species. They have to take care of him. So they have to they're the whole movie they're chasing against our main characters to kill him, right? And it's constantly like, oh, your brother's a werewolf, can't be controlled, can't be controlled. And then the vampire brother's like, no, no, I can control him. And at the end, doesn't matter if you can control them or not, they both die at the end. Number three, Rise of the Lycan was possibly the best. So the story is introduced in the first one, the real story. Rise of the Lycan is the prologue. It's what really happened. It is amazing. The fort sucked. The fort is after a long ass time. So now we're in a society where they're aware that there's vampire and werewolf. They're fighting back. Normal people are fighting back. So the government is trying to get an hybrid going, and they succeeded because Celine is pregnant with a son, with the daughter of Michael, right? And the fifth one, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what it is, bro, because I was zoning out. I was bored as. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. So with the first movie being so good, I would really hope that series was good. Think about it. You got a sexy vampire, right? Her story is amazing. The Covenant is being bad. It's not being its former glory. There's clearly werewolf activities. Like, don't worry, there's no more werewolves. Like, no, 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 you're stupid. I saw some werewolf. And like, no, no, no. So what she does is she reawaken her father, which is the guy who has her back. But problem is, the father betrayed her, so he killed the family. So the reason why he killed the family was because he looks like her daughter. She looks like his daughter, and because she looked like his daughter, he wanted to have her as a daughter. So he killed the family to make sure that she was with him, right? And he blamed the Lycan to make sure that she would kill Lycan. So that's kind of cool. Michael ends up being chased because he has the blood of the first one. He gets bitten by one of the elder werewolves, like one that's super important, which is Lucian. When you understand who Lucian is, when you understand his story, it's actually a really good character. He's played by a very popular actor, and that's what I like. So that's kind of cool. And this apartment is very hot. So yeah, so this was cool. Why was the movie so good? Because it is a classic story. The vampires are cool. The werewolf are badass. The werewolf are clearly an enemy, clearly on the offensive. The vampire are thinking that they're superior race. There's this guy who's not even involved, but is the answer to everything. Celine falls in love, so you just feel good about it. And that's special. The first movie had what it takes to become like a really good series. So watch the first movie, I'm like, okay, well, the series is gonna be great. No, it sucks. I'm gonna go for the second one. The second one isn't that bad. Technically speaking, it's not that bad. So in the first one, the one that's reawakened is Victor. And the second one is William. William is the vampire brother. So the story is the original two brothers had big power. One got bitten by a bat, one got bitten by a wolf, which is why I become vampire and werewolf. So then one of the reawaken is the original vampire, which is William, and the sole goal is he wants to find his brother. So then the cool thing with this movie, the only cool thing is that Michael, which is the hybrid, the descendant who was able to transform into both vampire and werewolf, a mixture, he's there and he's like, you know what? And I can no longer live a normal life. First of all, I can't eat normal food. Second of all, I'm kind of fucked because, you know, I'm always gonna be stuck. There's no cure, right? So then the brothers are coming in. They killed the father because the father is the only one that controlled them to finish them, and he's able to free his brother, which is a werewolf. The werewolf attacks, but he's able to control him. The werewolf is clearly a danger because he doesn't respect anybody or listen to anybody except for his brother. They end up going after Michael and Celine. They both get killed. And what is the cool thing is Celine kills the vampires and Michael kills the werewolf. So it's actually kind of cool because the vampire goes after the vampire and the werewolf goes to the werewolf. Kind of cool. Rather like an amazing. So in the first movie, there's a special thing. When you get bitten by a werewolf or vampire, you're able to see the truth. So the truth is explained a little bit. So the true story is Victor had a daughter that he killed. We don't know why. The daughter was in love with a werewolf. She was gonna have a kid with the werewolf. So before she had the kid, he killed her. It's gonna be an hybrid. The main werewolf is Lucius. Lucius was really important in the first movie because he's the werewolf that infects Michael. like, holy shit, the story gets better, right? And yes, it gets better. So then you see that, okay, well, you understand where he was coming from. Basically, what happened was he was a werewolf baby. He was a baby, and he was still human. So there's a problem where werewolf cannot turn back; they lose control, and Lucian was able to do both. And the cool thing about that is they're seeing that, okay, well, this guy is useful. What is really cool about the third movie was my favorite. The first one was my favorite. The second one was the Lycan. The rest of the Lycan, what is really cool here is that what he does, which is phenomenal, what it does is he's just like, hey, and this one, my problem with this one, because again, the batteries, you didn't tell me that you didn't tell me that you were low batteries, which is a problem. Usually you used to tell me that, I don't know what's on music. I don't know. That's bad. There's a spider right here. I don't know if I caught it or not. Well, I did caught it. Yeah. I don't kill animal. So yeah, so with Lycant, you see the resistance, and you see that there's a lot of werewolf, and basically the vampire enslaved the werewolf, which is done because it gave Lucian the army he needed to step to Victor. The problem with this movie is what? The problem with this movie, there's only one problem. It's in the past, and you know, in the first movie, both Victor and Lucian survive, so you know that no matter what happens, people won't die. So that's kind of cool. The story, you really believe it. They have this link together. It's sort of sucky because it reminds the relationship between not Celine, the daughter of Victor and Lucian, is very similar to Michael and Celine. Which kind of sucks. The fourth movie, oh my god, awful. So basically, they go, like I said, they go into this newer society. Michael gets killed really early on in the movie. Not really early on, but it does feel like early on because nothing happens, and it's just bad. It's just bad. Give me a sec. 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 We're good. We're good. So yeah. So basically, what happened, because I'm playing the tower. And I don't want to die, baby. I don't want to die, baby. So yeah, so the only great thing is you realize that Celine was pregnant with Michael. That the daughter did get born, and the daughter is like a child, but she's also like the perfect hybrid. So, for example, with Michael had a not complete form. So he was strong like a werewolf. He had the claws of a werewolf, but he wasn't as massive as a werewolf, and he couldn't take hit like a werewolf. He was as quick as a vampire and as witty as a vampire. However, he couldn't fly, which is kind of not good. Most of the vampire cannot fly. However, the elder can. So, you know, because he was directly involved, you would have been like, hey, it could have been cool. However, the movie sucks. So you realize that the government is releasing so the good part of the movie is you literally see in like people get attacked. So for example, there's this old lady, they use a product on her, she transforms. They take this vampire, they drag it out in the sun, he burns. It's actually really cool. So you see the kid. The kid is too much of a risk. They gotta go after her and after her and after her. But after that, at the end, she's like, okay, well, you gotta go away. That I can't know where you are. The fifth one is pretty much the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, we're gonna say what? In the fifth film, vampire death dealer is hunted by Lycan, led by their new leader Marius, who wants her daughter Eve Blood to create a hybrid army. Betrayed by her own kind, Celine teams up with her ally David to end eternal war. The narrative unfolds. Celine is hiding but is violently pursued by Lycans. The vampire Eastern Coven wants to bring her to justice for the death of the past vampire elder. Betrayal, realizing that they're losing the war, the Eastern Coven Council grants Celine this so she can train a new generation of death dealer. Trap set by the ambitious vampire Samira, who plans to drain Celine blood to absorb her power and overthrow the Coven. Revelation. During the chaos, it is revealed that Marius captured and killed Celine's husband, Michael Corvin, consuming his blood to shapeshift into an advanced, unstoppable Lycan. The Nordic Coven. Celine flees north to the secluded Nordic Vampire Coven. Samira and the Lycan army tracks her there. During a massive battle, during the fight, Celine realized she must give herself up, but actually emerging with newly enhanced godlike powers. Celine returns to the battlefield, face fires in a single combat, and tear out his spine, killing him. The Lycan army defeat and Simira executes for treason. He's recognized as a rightful heir to Coven. Celine is honored as one of the new vampire elder. Yeah, when you see that, it's good, but the movie was just so much talking. It was just so little action. It was almost like unwatchable. So I was zoning out. I'm not even able to tell you, and I watched it yesterday. Not 3 weeks ago. Yesterday. So that was kind of sucky. Now we can finally move on from this. I wanted to like it. I wanted to be a Resident Evil kind of genre, but it wasn't. The positive. Okay, so we have some positive movie. The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. So the Wedding Singer is not that good of a movie. And I know I just said it was positive, okay? But it's not that great of a movie. However, Adam Sandler is responsible for the Sandlerverse, which is a movie. So there's a movie for everybody. There's a gamer movie. There's a singing movie, which is this one. The Wedding Singer presents itself as a freaking, what should we call it? Like musical, I guess. There's grown-ups. There is so much movie that you can see. Adam Sandler. There's a father movie. There's a devil movie. There's so much. Like the Sandlerverse is so vast. It's so unique, right? So Wedding Singer, where it is a great movie, because there's a lot of things that makes it a great movie. Now, what are those things? Oh wait, I'm going to check if I'm still uploading. Ah, shit. See, only one. And this is not good. Good. So good though. Because I constantly need to upload because otherwise I won't have enough. So The Wedding Singer is in that kind of a movie, right? So it's basically a dude that realized that he spent his whole life putting people together, putting people in a relationship, and realized that there's no love for him. He doesn't find love. Feels like a freaking loser. And the saving grace from the movie is a couple of saving grace. Really speaking, the movie compared to the other movies, it's not that funny. There's a couple of funny scene, but if you know the Sandlerverse, it's always the same humor, which is not bad. Because if it made you laugh, it'll make you laugh twice or 3 times or 4 times. What's my favorite Sandlerverse movie? I would go with Big Daddy. I would go with Big Daddy. I would go with Paul Blart, the first one. I would go with. I thought Click was great. But Click wasn't funny, so. I was looking for a comedy. I found a good movie. That sums it up. So with The Wedding Singer, let's come back to our sheep. 50 First Date is actually a good movie. It's a great movie. And again, it's Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. So, and then at the beginning of the movie, the guy, Adam Sandler, really believes in marriage. He really believes in it. He wants everything. He wants to happen. And then his girlfriend breaks up with him. And he's like, okay, well, and she tells him, like, you don't want to marry me, you want to get married. And he realizes the truth. So the Wedding Singer started believing in love. He stopped believing in love. Stopped believing in and singing for a newlywed couple. And that's a big struggle. The movie itself is actually quite sad. The musical actually pretty good because Adam Sandler kind of it's not the craziest. Chips, that's gonna be good. I still have a great evening plan. Because after that we're gonna stop. This is my last video of the day. I'm gonna be watching some movies, some anime. I'll be playing the tower. I'll be having fun. It's gonna be Gucci. It's gonna be Gucci, bro. So with The Wedding Singer, there's like, I'm not seeming interesting, but that's because we've been filming for how long? 20 minutes, and I've been filming for 2 hours and 3 hours. Holy shit! So yeah, so please spare me that. Why aren't you interested? The movie itself is actually good. Adam Sandler know that he's not the best singer, so he does a lot of sort of. He doesn't try to be the best singer. He knows that if he makes a couple of like funny song, it'll work for the movie pretense. There's this guy, however, in the movie called I think it's Michael, and he has a voice. This guy has a voice. The movie is super cool. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler are always working well together, so it's sort of a feel-good movie in the Sandlerverse. Feel good, why? Feel good because it's something that you saw, but it still works. Other movie is Made. Okay, so Made with Vince Vaughn, and I also get the name of the other actor. Made is an older movie. Whenever you see PDD in a movie, you know that it's an older movie because nobody wanted to be associated with that guy in recent years. So the movie is actually pretty good. It's two guys that are always like working together, and it's kind of cool because like they're partner in crime and they're sort of like a sibling rivalry or sibling like relationship. They fight a lot, right? And they're doing jobs and they both have their reason. You think the main character is the guy with the curly hair? Give me a sec. You know what? I can find it here because here I want to play the tower. Yeah, I want to be doing the tower today. I'm a bit tired, yes. Made Vince Vaughn. The other actor is whom? John Favreau. Yeah, John Favreau. So there's a couple like of really cool scene, but the movie shines from a couple things. So the movie shines from the of course the comedic duo. Favreau is in love with a stripper. She doesn't love him back. She ends up not being the greatest person. They go to the to do a job. So basically, it's two dudes that are always looking to do jobs together. They're going to do whatever it takes. They meet this mafia guy, and he's going on a job. And then but the whole movie is kind of ruined by Vince Vaughn. Not by his acting, but by the character itself. So Vince Vaughn's character is a fuck up, and Favreau is always picking up the pieces. And every single time Vince Vaughn does something, there's a problem. For example, he goes to he asks question about the identity of a guy. It's like, hey, who's that guy? And the guy, the driver, is like, well, I can't really tell you. Like, oh, come on, tell me then. And he's like, okay, well, you didn't hear it from me, but the name of the guy is Red Dragon. And then Vince Vaughn's like, hey, where'd you get that name, Red Dragon? So he does really stupid mistake. He does really, really stupid mistake. And it's always up to Favreau to pick up the pieces. So once it's okay, twice is okay, three times is okay, four times is okay. The whole movie is a bit too much. The movie is funny. The relationship between the two guys is funny. There's some cool moments. The movie is actually good. The suspense is actually good. It's not predictable. Another movie you saw, like, okay, well, I know what's gonna happen. This one you can't. So that's actually pretty positive. What else? I feel like this is it, dude. Honestly, it's not the greatest movie, but it's not the worst movie. It was actually an enjoyable watch. And Favreau, like I saw him play the chef. As a father, he does a really good job. So you always like seeing him as a father, and this one is a stepfather, but he's still a good father, right? Another movie that I watched was what? Badland, Predator Badland. So 2 weeks ago, I started watching that Predator movie. And I wanted to watch Badland because Badland is actually really good. So Badland, there's some great thing about Badland. There's some bad thing about Badlands. Badland is the best Predator movie ever. So basically, you learn the culture. Predator. So the story is of a guy who is actually very weak. He's a predator. He's a race. I don't remember the race, but he's actually really weak. And because he's really weak, everybody kind of steps on him. So he says, you know what? I'm going to prove myself to be part of the tribe. To prove myself, I'm going to go to the worst planet, and I'm going to kill the biggest beast there. So he goes to the planet, and then he goes and right away the planet attacks him. He loses most of his weapon. He loses a lot of shit, and he's not doing good at all, right? So then what happened is he meets this android that's cut into this synthetic human that is cut into, and she tells him that, hey, I know this planet. I'm gonna help you out. So he's like, okay, well, come in, but this is my hunt. She's like, yeah, no problem. I respect that this is your hunt, but I'm gonna help you if you help me. The only thing that you need to do is get me out of here and get me to safety. So he's like, okay, no problem. He meets another guy, a small creature, and that creature is really strong. And that creature likes him because he shares food. Is actually like a bigger brother. And you realize that the creature is like a runt. So the Predator movie shined because this guy is the weakest. And because he's the weakest, he attracts other weak one. But then the movie itself, why it shined is because it was a great movie. It was fantastic. The action, the CGI was really, really good. So then you realize that, okay, well, because he's weaker, right, he attracts a weaker being. And one of my favorite recent years movie or plot line is Venom and Brock Sony Venom. The only reason why he likes Eddie Brock is because Eddie Brock is like a loser, and he's like, I'm on my planet. I'm also a loser, so we get along together because we're both losers. I love that plot scene. I love that plot line. I love that plot, that sort of plot. So apparently that's what they do, right? So then the Synth, she's finding her base, and they realize like, no, we need to study this place. We have a little Predator with us. We can actually study him. So then they go to study the Predator, and of course she survives, right? And at the end of the movie itself is great, but it's so how can I put this? When he's doing the hunt, when he's trying to survive, and when he's spending time with the original team, it's nice. When they add the like corporation that going after him, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. So at the end, he's able to survive, goes back to his planet, and his planet he brings the strongest, which wasn't the beast that he killed. Because the beast that he killed, it was easy to kill, right? At the end, the strongest enemy was the Synth. So he brings the helmet for the skull, because for the race of the Predator, the skull is a trophy. They're big on trophy, they're big on the hunt, right? So what he does, he brings the trophy in his father, because his father, so it's a complex story. So he is sort of a very weak being. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the beginning of the story, I'm sorry. And his brother's like, no, dude, you're a soldier. Doesn't matter what dad thinks, you're a soldier. Doesn't matter if you're strong, doesn't matter if you're smart. You want to fight, you're a hunter. You're not a hunter here, you're not a hunter here. You're a hunter here. And then the father, the son is supposed to go on a hunt. The father's like, you know what? You embarrassed me enough. You're not going. The father's like, no, this is my hunt. I need to go. So the father's like, you stay. So he imprisoned him. The brother sacrificed himself. He's like, no, dad, you're gonna let him go. They fight. The brother gets killed, right? The brother gets killed. And then, so you establish the father as sort of an asshole, right? So then, when he come back, the main character, he presents the skull. The father's like, what the heck is that skull? This is easy peasy to kill. And that's when you understand. I need to be part of that tribe. I'm part of this tribe. And I'm part of whoever I want. So he betrayed the whole race. He killed his own father and becomes a badass. And it's a good movie. It's a great movie. The problem, I said there was negative. There's only a negative. So, the problem with Badland, and this is my personal opinion, can agree, disagree, is you get the perfect Alien, Predator movie, but it's too much. Predator movie before, it was the humans against Predator. They were hunters, and they were the bad guys, and you had to survive them. It was interesting to see them as a bad guy. You don't want to see as a good guy, right? So this one, you learn so much about their lore, because like, I don't want to like you, I want to hate you, I want you to be afraid of you. And you don't do that. You find it endearing, you want him to succeed. The character of, I don't remember the name because it's been a while, it's been 2 days. The character is like, she wanted to succeed, you're like, dude, this guy is endearing. I want him, no matter what happened, I want him to survive, right? So the movie itself was good, but there was a couple of lacking here. Another movie, what was a movie that I watched? I already forgot. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die right here. Oof. Come on. I'm gonna heal like that. I don't have a choice. Because I would be playing the tower, and this is the part where I need to focus a lot. And I cannot focus because I'm doing so much at the same time. Come on, survive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, dude, we're surviving. I don't know how we're doing it, but surviving. Okay, good. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, on and on, all alone. Like, no matter how much I try, it doesn't matter. You died. Is that good? It's okay. It's not good, it's not bad. Coin per wave, coin per wave, coin per kill, coin per kill. What is that the movie that I saw? I don't even remember. Let me check on the application, because I use the application a lot. Did I watch a movie on YouTube? I don't think so. This is the problem, dude. I don't even remember what I watched. And it's not the first time. It's not the last time, also. I'm going to unplug you, because I think you're good. You're not good. I'm going to unplug you. You're at how much percent batteries? You're at 2%. Forget about it. Don't you know? Won't you go? Sorry about the beginning of the video. I was very angry. It was my fault for not checking. My bad. And the weather is very hot, so it doesn't help. I think that's it for the movies. Monster Hunter, we already talked about it. Wedding Singer, we did talk about it. Underworld, The Maid, yeah. That's it for the movie, I guess. Worst thing is, if I forget one, I'm gonna be able to tell you tomorrow. Because now I'm hot, I'm sweating. I don't want to finish making videos because I love making videos, but I'm tired. So I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching. It was a great day. What I'm gonna do now, dude, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be watching videos. I'm gonna be watching the whole Miskiff versus Emiru versus Gold drama. I'm gonna be eating chips right here. I'm gonna be uploading, and I'm gonna be eating caramel. It's gonna be great. If I can find the controller. Are you guys looking for the controller sometimes? Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. You see, I'm exhausted, and I'm pretty angry about that. But hey, okay. The movie that I didn't talk about is The Water Magician, the anime. Okay. Don't blink, it's your blank. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well. So having a fantastic day. We just finished making 3 hours and a half of video. VOD's closed. We lost an hour 45 of content. It's not a big deal. It still sucks. Right now, what we're gonna do is gonna be watching anime. So we're gonna be watching anime until. Wait a second. I wish I had my freaking glasses. What is that?
Hey, Anthony, where's your old man? He said he'd be waiting outside.
Drew Carey.
Hey, you had the game last night. Joey Pepitone, tree FBI.
Don't know what that is. So I'm gonna be watching the Miskiff Gold drama, and I'm gonna be watching one anime. So we should be having a really good time. Right now it's 8 o'clock a.m. 8:44. I'll be going to sleep at 2. So right now uploading, doing what I want, what I need, and sleeping at 2 to wake up at 8:30. So yeah. Okay, so now we just need to do this. We just need to do a little bit of this. Gold. As 5% batteries. I'm gonna have to turn on the AC, guys, because holy, got a lot to do. As Gold. What I want Miskiff leaks. We'll go with Miskiff first. I don't like Miskiff, but fuck it. Just a question of taste, guys. The guy, I don't know what he does. I'd ever watched one of his content. Miskiff.
Okay, I have the court filings with me. Today, I'd like to go over it. I'm Matthew Renato, the streamer known online as Miskiff. In the court filings, my name is also spelled Mizurino. This is about Emily Shum, the streamer online known as Emily, who I was in a relationship with for about 3 years. For 3 years, she was the first person I saw every morning and the last person I saw on Sunday. She was the first person who wanted to marry me and have my children. Then, about 10 months later, after we broke up, in October,
Dude, we got the good life right now. It is Friday, the 10th July 2026. We are watching Miskin videos on every roof. Got some chips, some caramel, the tower. I'm also charging the phone, so yeah. And lastly, this is also one of them. It's hard to see, but it's one of them. There you go. So, the rest of the day is actually super simple. Watching anime, watching this, playing the tower. Okay, I'm in a good mood. That was good, bro. Hey, I lost an hour and a half. That's not bad. Don't